Hello students, as in the last lecture we had completed the type number 2. As in the first lecture only, as I told, we'll divide this exercise into 3 type. As now we had completed the type number 1 and type number 2. Today in this lecture we're gonna do the type number 3. So type number 3, I hope you all might be knowing that in type number 3 we're gonna see the class, where you will see the class will be in grouped, and in class also there are two category. Sometimes the class will be continuous and sometimes the class will be uncontinuous, and I hope you all might be knowing, if the class is not continuous, how to make the class continuous. This all the basic things it was there in your lower standard. Actually it was this part, actually it was there in 10th standard. If the class is not continuous, then how to make the class continuous. Okay, as in the first exercise, majority of the sum it is based on the type number 3, and the weightage for this type number 3, the marks weightage means the marks, it carries for 3 to 4 marks sum, proper 3 to 4 marks sum. Okay, and type number 1 and type number 2, as I told, it is of 2 to 3 marks sum, and type number 3 it is of 3 to 4 marks sum. Sometime these types of sums will come for 3 marks and sometime it will come for 4 marks. Okay, but this type number 3, it is very important sum from the exercise number 1.1. So let's begin with the concept first, and I hope you all might be knowing the concept, the formula also, as I hope you might come across this pattern of the formula, as this pattern of the formula actually it was there in your 10th standard. In 10th standard, there was one formula, yes or no? Median equals to L plus N upon 2 minus CF into H upon F. This was the formula in 10th standard. Okay. Now here, what is the difference? Here see, here we have 2 N upon 4. If we cancel this 2 N upon 4, 2 ones are 2 twos are. So here we left with what? N by 2. Yes or no? Yes or no? N by 2. So indirectly or directly, this median, actually it is known as what? It is the second quartiles. The median which we used to find in 10th standard in statistic chapter. Yes or no? In statistics chapter in 10th standard in SSC. That actually median it is known as what? In 11th standard it is known as the quartiles. It is the second quartile. The median which you used to find in 10th standard, it is known as the second quartile. It is also known as central quartile also. Yes or no? As in the first lecture only, I had explained each and every word how to remember for Q1, Q2 and Q3. For Q2, it is below 50%. Sometimes they will use the word median, medium, yeah, median. Sometimes they will use the word central. Okay, so this was the formula in the 10th standard. So here, as we have three quartiles. So the changes will be what? For the first Q1, it will be n by 4. For the second, it will be 2n by 4. Why divided by 4? Because quartiles means dividing the things into 4 equal parts. So that's why we have to divide it by 4. So here simply changes will be what? This part. Rest you can see L, 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 HF, 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 CF, 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 minus, minus, minus. It is perfect. The change is what? This section. In Q1 it is n by 4. In Q2 it is 2n by 4. And in Q3 it is 3n by 4. But for the type number 1 and the type number 2, the formula was same. For both the type, that formula was same. But here the formula it is different because here the class it is in grouped. Yes or no? So class here it is in group. So that's why the formula it is little different. So once again we'll see what all changes are there in the formula. For Q1 here it is n by 4. For Q2 it is 2n upon 4, and for Q3 it is 3n upon 4. Okay, so now if you want here, if you can write n by 2 also, but I will suggest you stick with this formula only. Okay, whenever you have to find Q2, you stick with this formula. Don't write in place of 2n upon 4 n by 2. If you write n by 2 also, there is no problem, still you will get the same answer only. Okay, but I will suggest to stick with this formula only. For Q1 it is n by 4, for Q2 it is 2n upon 4, and for Q3 it is 3n upon 4. Okay, and here I hope you all might be knowing what do you mean by L, N, C, F, H, and F. So that we'll see first. So here L is what? It is a lower boundary of ith quartile classes. This means, what is the meaning of this? This is what ITH means what? First quartile, second quartile, third quartile. Okay. So for a while, just remember L is known as what? It is the lower boundary. It is a lower boundary. Small f. This f is known as what? Frequency. Small f is known as what? That is frequency. H is what? It is the class width, or else we can say it is the width of the class. And CF is known as what? Cumulative frequency less than. Cumulative frequency less than. And N, the capital N, we know that capital N, it is known as what? Total frequency. Okay. Now, as I hope you all might be knowing how to find L, N, CF, HF, as the same section, same part it was there in your 10th standard. Now just remember this structure. The structure will play an important role to find your answer while solving the sums. Okay, so for Q1, see to that the first thing which you have to find, it is n upon 4. With the help of n upon 4, you will get f. As soon as you get f, see to it that this side, the left hand side part will be the value of L. This part will be the value of L. The bottom will be what? Total frequency. And above number, that means the preceding number of this frequency, the preceding means the previous number will be what? The cumulative frequency. Okay, just remember this structure. While solving the sum, I will explain the structure. As soon as you will get f, see to that the left hand side part will be L, the bottom will be N, and this cross part, cross means the preceding number of this frequency. For this will be the straight number, preceding number of this. Okay, that means the previous number, that will be cumulative frequency. Just remember this structure. So for Q1, see to that first you will find n upon 4. With the help of this, easily you can find f, L, N, CF. In all the cases, in all the formula, the first thing will be what? You have to find n by 4. For Q2, you have to find 2n upon 4. For Q3, you have to find 3n upon 4. With the help of this only, you can easily find your remaining answer, that is f, L, N, and CF. And to buy the formula, it is not that much difficult. Just see the change. For Q1 it is n by 4, Q2 it is 2n upon 4, and Q3 it is 3n upon 4, and rest part it is same. L plus CF CF HF and HF. So let's check one example based on this. So then only you will come to know exactly how to frame the step, how to apply the formula, and how to substitute the value, and how to find the final answer. So let's check one example. So let's take one example based on the type number 3. As in this question, it says that the following is the frequency distribution of heights of 200 male adults in a factory. Then you have to find the central quartile. Means for this sum, we have to find what? We have to find the central quartile. So what do you mean by central quartile? It is known as Q2. Means for this sum, Actually we have to find the central quartile, means we have to apply only the second formula. No need of finding q1 and q3, as it is not mentioned in the question that you have to find all the quartiles, you have to find q1 as well as q3. Just simply for this question we have to find only q2, that is central quartile. Before that, note down, the first thing is what you have to check, whether the given class is continuous or uncontinuous. Okay, and see to it that the class has to be continuous. If the class is not continuous, you have to make the class continuous. This is a very important point. Okay, whenever you have to find any quartile, whether it is q1, q2, q3, note that the class has to be continuous. So first we'll check whether the class is continuous or not. So what do you mean by continuous? This number and this number, it should match 150 150. So 150 to 155, start and stop, then again it is starting from that same number, start, stop, then again starting from the same number. That means this section, this part, this left hand side part is known as the lower limit. It is known as actually lower limit. I hope you all might be knowing this all things. Okay, and this right hand side part, it is known as upper limit. So the upper limit and the lower limit of the second class, it should be same. If this two section is same, it is known as class continuous. So see to that, if the class is not continuous, the first thing you have to make the class continuous. The point number 2 is what? Cumulative frequency less than type. It is compulsory whenever you have to find any quartiles. So in the question, simply you will have only class and frequency. So you have to increase one more column, which is known as cumulative frequency less than type. And in the type number 2 only, I had explained how to find the cumulative frequency. So here also, in each and every question, whenever you have to find q1, q2, q3 for type number 3, you will have only class and frequency. So the first point is what? To check whether the class is continuous or not. It is continuous. If it is not continuous, so it is compulsory you have to make the class continuous, and then only, okay, go further. And then second point number 2 is what? Cumulative frequency less than type column is very important. So here you have to increase one column, which is known as cumulative frequency less than. So here height, this is class, number of male adult, this is known as what? Frequency, and this is known as what? CF. Okay, as clearly we can see that the class, it is continuous. Here we have the frequency, and now simply you have to find the cumulative frequency. To find the cumulative frequency, we know that the first number will be same as it is. Now goes on adding 4 plus 6, 10, 10 plus 25, 35, 35 plus 57, 92, 92 plus 64, 156. Yes or no? 156 plus 30 is 186. 186 plus 8, it is 194, and 194 plus 6, that is 200. Okay, I hope you all understood how to find the cumulative frequency. As here it is 200, so when you will count this number, of course it has to be 200 only, yes or no? And in the question, it is clearly mentioned that the following is a frequency distribution of height of 200 male adults. The number of male, it has to be 200. So when you will count and see, check, this column will be what? It will be equals to 200 only. So this number and this number, it should match. Okay, and so here we'll write n. So capital N is known as what? Total frequency. So the first thing is what? Class has to be continuous, and cumulative frequency less than type is important. So first check, if the class is not continuous, make it continuous, and cumulative frequency less than column you have to increase. And I hope you all might be knowing how to find the cumulative frequency. Okay, now after this, what exactly we have to do? For this sum, we have to find only the central quartile. So first we'll write the formula. of the central quartile. So here we have the formula for the central quartile. So first we'll write the formula. That is Q2 equals to L plus 2n upon 4 minus CF into H upon F. Yes or no? In the textbook, when you will see the formula, this H upon F, it is this side. They had written like this: L plus H upon F n upon 4 minus CF. Okay, let it be whether it is H upon F, it is this side or this side. Here what is the relation? It is a multiplication. So when you will multiply, you will get the same answer. Suppose this is 1 and this is 2. 1 2 it is 2. Okay, if you write 2 first and then 1 again, 2 1 it will be 2 only. Got the point? As here the relation is multiplication, so it doesn't matter whether you write H upon F first or next, as the relation is multiplication here. So in the formula, in the textbook, the formula it is written as H upon F. So if you want this H upon F, you can write this side also. Okay, so as is the formula for Q2, that is L plus 2n upon 4 minus CF into H upon F. Okay, as per the rule, as I told, the first thing is what you have to find n upon 4 as you are finding Q1. Now for this question we are finding Q2. So first we'll find what 2n upon 4. While explaining this concept, I told with the help of this only you can find the next remaining part F, L, N, CF easily, and remember the structure in your mind. Okay, so first thing is what we'll find 2n upon 4. So 2 into what is the value of n? So the value of n is what? 200 upon 4. Yes sir. So here we'll cancel this part. 4 ones are 4 50s are. Yes or no? So this will be what? 52s are 100th observation. Yes or no? Actually this is what? 100th observation. I mean now here we got this 100. What we used to do in type number 2, we used to take this value and we used to check where does it lies in the cumulative frequency. Yes or no? Okay, so this 100th observation is what? As here we don't have the sequence of number, okay, to find the answer directly of 100th observation. So as the type number 2, I hope you all might be remember. So what we used to do, we used to get this value, so we used to check this value in cumulative frequency, where does it lie. So it's the same thing we'll going to see here also. Whatever the answer here, you will be getting 100, 50, 70, 80. Take this value, check in the cumulative frequency, where does it lies. As I told, with the help of this only, you can find your remaining value like L, CF, H and F easily. So here we got 100. So now we'll see where this 100 lies in the cumulative frequency, in which row. Okay, so here 4, 10, 35, 92. So can I say from 93 to 156 it lies in this row? So this 100 will lies in this row. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth row. Yes or no? Fifth row. So as I told that you have to remember the structure. As we come to the conclusion that this 100 is lies in this row, so this will be the value of F, that is a frequency. Okay, because it says that F is what? Frequency of that quartile, second quartile, third quartile. For the second quartile, what is the middle frequency? It is here. Yes or no? And what is lower limit of the second quartile? Is exactly the next value which is lies here in the class. This L stand for what? Lower limit. So here we got F, So straight here, this 165 will be what? L, because this is known as lower limit and this is known as upper limit. So as per the structure, here we got F, so this side will be L, bottom will be N, so here we got N also, that is 200, yes or no. So we left with CF. CF is what? CF is the cumulative frequency less than type of the class preceding just preceding means the previous number. Okay, previous. So the cumulative frequency for this is what? 152. But here clearly mentioned that in the concept it is the cumulative frequency less than type of the class just preceding. So for this the cumulative frequency is 156. The preceding number is what? 92. So this is what? QF. So that's why I told, just to remember the structure, as you will get F, in the cross it will be CF, straight this side you will get L, and in the bottom you will get N. For each and every quartile, whenever you will find n by 4, 2n upon 4, 3n upon 4, after finding this value, just simply you have to check this value, it lies in which row. Okay, so there you will get F. As soon as you will get F, see to it that in the left hand side it will be lower limit from the class you will get. In the cross you will get the value of CF, and the bottom you will get the value of N. That's it. Okay, so here we got L, that is 165. Yes or no? Understood? So here if you want you can write here referring to CF column, referring to the CF column. Yes or no? Our Q2 class, it lies between 165 to 170. Yes or no? So this 165 is the lower limit and this 170 is the upper limit. As per the formula we require L, so L is known as lower limit, so here I wrote L equals to 165. So in each every sum you can write this referring to the cumulative frequency column. Q2, our Q2 lies in which class? 165 to 170. So 165 is our lower limit. Okay, then after that we got the value of F also, that is 64. Then we got the value of N also, that is 200. Then CF, that is 92. So we got L, N, CF, F. So we left with H. H is what? It is the class width. It is a width of the class. That means the range of the class, the difference between the class. So clearly we can see the difference between the class for each and every row, it is 5. So when you will subtract this 150 minus 145, 155 minus 150, or else you can subtract like this also, 150 minus 145, 155 minus 150. In each and every row you can see that the difference between this height is 5. So this difference between the height is known as the width of the class. So your H is known as what? 5. So in this way you have to find one value. Okay, so it is very simple to find. Just take this value 2n upon 4 separately. Whatever the value you will get here, just see this value in cumulative frequency, where does it lies. As for this sum, it lies in this row. So as per the rule, if it lies in this row, so this will be the median frequency, that means second quartile frequency. This will be L. In the cross you will get cumulative frequency, that is the preceding number. For this the answer cumulative frequency is 156, but as per the rule the CF is known as a preceding number, that means the previous number of this. Okay, so in the cross you will get cumulative frequency and in the bottom you will get N, and H is known as the width of the class. After getting all the values, the rest part is very simple. Just simply you have to substitute the value in the formula and you will get the answer. As I know you all might be knowing this all things as this all basic things was there in the 10th standard. Still I'm taking too much time to explain this all thing just to make the concept more clean and clear and nothing else. Okay, as I know you all might be knowing this, how to find F, L, CF, this basic things it was there in our 10th standard. Okay, okay, so let it be. It is my way of teaching. I took sometime I explain the things taking too much time, and sometime I teach the things very faster. So so let's move on. As I know that after this exactly what you have to do, simply you have to take all this value and substitute the value in the formula. So let's see what will be the answer for this. So your L is what, 165. Okay, so 2 into n is what, 200 upon 4. Already for this we got the answer, that was 100. Okay, you can write directly 100 also. CF is what, 92. H is what, 5. And F is what, 64. Now listen here. Whenever you have to find Q1, Q2, Q3, for each and every sum, see to that keep the value of L, whatever the value it will be there, keep the value of L as it is. No need of doing anything. Don't cross multiply with this L. Keep the value of L as it is. Now listen what exactly and how I am solving the sum. Okay, what exactly I want to say and how I will find the answer. See here. Okay, so here what you will get, 50s are, so this will be 100 minus 92 into 5 upon 64. Yes or no? So here this will be what, 165. For each and every sum I'm saying don't do anything with this L, keep as it is. Whatever you want to solve, you solve for this part only, this section. Okay, cancellation, bracket open, multiplication, division, cross multiply, for this part only. Don't do anything with this L, keep the L as it is for each and every sum whenever you are finding Q1, Q2, Q3. Okay, so this 100 minus 92, 100 minus 92 will be what, 8 into 5 upon 64. So the next part will be what, 165 plus, as this 8 it is with this, it is not with 165. Say to that this formula, this part 2n upon 4 minus CF into h upon f, this complete part is together, this L is separate. Okay, so here we can cancel this number, 8 ones are 8 eights are, so we left with 5 upon 8. Just now only I told that you have to keep the value of L as it is. After this we cannot reduce this number, as here we have 5 and 8. After this we have two method. One, cross, here nothing is there, so we can write 1, cross multiply, you will get the answer, cancel it, you will get the answer in decimal. Or else, as I told just now only, to keep the value of L as it is, no need of touching the value of L. Okay, just whatever you want to do, you do with this section only, multiplication, division, cancellation. So we'll do whatever we want for this part only. We'll keep the L for each and every sum, whether we have to find Q1, Q2, Q3, the value of L as it is. Okay, so here we have 5 upon 8. So we'll divide and see 5 upon 8 what you will get. Yes or no? Okay, so 0, 8, 6 48, then 2. Yes or no? So 0, so 8 2s are 16, so after this 16 and then again you will get 40 and then 5. So here you will get, when you will divide this part, 0.625. Or the second method is what? Nothing is there, so you can write 1, cross multiply, you will get one answer in the numerator, and denominator you will get 8. Just simply divide the number, you will get the final answer. Or else keep the value of L for each and every sum as it is. Whatever you want to do, you do with this bracket part only. Multiplication, division, as I did here, cancellation, then okay, then after that I divide this part as I got 0.625, then simply add the number, you will get the answer. So final answer will be 165.625. So here we got the answer for second quartile. And here we have to write the unit also. Don't forget to mention the unit, as here we have the height in centimeters. So here the answer will be in centimeter. Okay, so in this way you will present your sum in the exam. So in the exam, sometime they will say that you have to find Q1, sometime they will say that you have to find Q2, sometime they will say that you have to find Q3. So it's all depend on the question. But for this sum, it is simply that said to find only the second quartile, that means the central quartile. So in this way you have to present your sum. So first thing you will do what? You will write the class, then after that you will write frequency. First check the class has to be continuous. If the class is not continuous, so first make the class continuous, and cumulative frequency less than type column you have to increase. So here I had increased the cumulative frequency less than column. After that, whether you have to find Q1, Q2, Q3, see to that. First thing you will focus on this n upon 4, 2n upon 4 and 3n upon 4, because with the help of this only you can find the rest value, that is f, l, n and c, f. Then simply substitute the value, you will get the answer. So we'll take one more example, but in that sum we'll see all the quartiles. We'll take one sum only, but we'll find all the quartiles in that for that sum. Okay.